Hello YouTube, it's Jasmine. Today's Sunday. I do a lot of stuff from my home office on Sundays. My desk looks a hot mess. I need to get more organized and stuff like that. I just end up throwing everything on my desk and then like trying to find stuff later. So yeah. I just kind of want to talk to you guys about what I've been doing as a new agent, what hasn't been working, what has been working, so things like that. I don't have any pending transactions. I don't have any listings. One thing I'm not gonna do on my channel is lie. I'm not gonna lie about, what I'm accomplishing when in fact I'm not really accomplishing those things. I know that in this industry, listings is the name of the game. So when I got my license, I took my class at the beginning of June of 2018, and I've been licensed since July, right before July 4th. It's August 26th now. Yes, the 26th. So I've had my license for almost 2 months. I have one person who's trying to buy a home, but even that's kind of iffy because they've been trying to buy a home for years. So, that's not even promising. I've gone on a couple listing appointments. I haven't gotten any of those listings. So, I feel one of two ways. Like, part of me is like, okay, well, I just have to work harder. The other part of me is like, well, I've only had my license for almost 2 months. But I know that there are some agents who have had the license for a month and have at least closed one deal or so, So that's something that bugs me a little, but, you can't compare yourself to other people. So what have I been doing? Well, I started off by calling a lot of for sale by owners. I would be on the phones. And by the way, I still have a full-time job, and I have to be at that job from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. And then I also participate in on-call rotation with that job. So sometimes I'm on call for a weekend. And I'm not necessarily always at work on weekends. It's just up in the air. You don't really know when they're going to call you to come in. So that's that. So I'm not a full-time agent. I'm part-time, I guess. So anyways, I've been doing phone calling when I first got my license and talking to a whole bunch of for sale by owners. I had a couple listing appointments. I didn't get any of them. The listing appointments that I had were for sale by owners. So theoretically, they just want to hear what I have to say, and then they'll take what I say and then use it to try to sell it themselves. So that's, where that is. One person did, though. She had a friend who was a realtor. So, of course, she wanted to use her friend. I'm still in communication with the other two who still wanted to try to sell it themselves. I still touch base with them to see how that process is going for them. They haven't been successful. They've had their home listed or posted on Zillow, I should say, for about 2 months, and they still don't have it pending. So there's still hope with that. They're very friendly. I communicate with them on a weekly basis. They give me updates on, the process and stuff like that. So, those might actually turn into a listing for me. I don't know. And recently, the past month, I've been going real heavy with door knocking. I knock on doors. I've gotten a couple of leads, and I know top producers, they don't consider leads someone who says they're going to be moving in 6 months. To them, that's not a lead. To me, it is. But to them, a lead is 30 days or less. So from their standpoint, no, it's not a lead. From mine, it is. I have several people who I've door knocked who have said that, they will be looking to move. One woman actually said her friend will be looking to move, so sell her home and then move into another one, a 55 plus community. And I actually ran into that person yesterday. So that's potentially 2 transactions for me. I gave her my business card. So she said she'll definitely tell her friend about me because she said I seem like a really nice woman, and it seems like I would really do well with getting her home sold. So that sounds promising. Again, you don't always know. They could just be telling you that to get you off the door, but I'm always going to be positive, and I'm always just going to have a positive attitude. So I'm going to say that she will tell her friend about me, and that will potentially turn into something, at least an appointment at most. So I am excited about that. So what is my process? Okay, well, first what I do is I door knock. And in my phone, I keep a running list on, I have an iPhone, and in my notepad, I'll keep like a running list of dates. So like, for instance, yesterday was the 25th, and I have like a running list of, the homes that I went to and things like that. So let's say it was yesterday. I'll give you an example. 8/25, August 25th. I'll put in my notepad 8/25, and then I'll put each mailbox number. I'll start with the street address first. So let's say the street address is Arbor Meadows, Chester, Virginia 23831. I'll put Arbor Meadows, Chester, Virginia 23831. And then what I'll do is I'll write down the mailbox number of the house with a colon, and then I'll, knock on their door, give my little spiel, and then, I'll hand them my business card. And then when I'm walking out of their driveway, I'll type notes about that home. Oh, he said he'll be ready to move in 2 years. I'll write it. Even if that's not a lead, I'm still going to write it. Some type of note. If I didn't speak to anyone, if they didn't open the door, then I'll put no one answered. And if no one answered, I have door hangers, so I'll leave that on their door. So that's what I do. Now I'm starting postcards, so I'll show you one. This is I love my dog. People love dogs, so I thought this would be really cute. This is my Labor Day postcard, so it's not quite Labor Day yet, so I'm getting them already. I have like a whole stack of them. I'll mail those out next week so that they'll have them by Friday, because there's no post on Monday because it's Labor Day. So back to my process. I'll, write notes next to their mail on my phone of what was said and discussed. Then I'll go home and I'll write a thank you card. And I got these thank you cards from Amazon. For $25, you get 100. It's just a blank thank you card. And, I handwrite it. So my thank you card will say, Dear so-and-so. I'll look at the tax record to get their name. Dear so-and-so, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to answer the door and speak with me. In today's business world, time is very precious, and I truly appreciate your time. If you or someone is looking to buy or sell a home within the Richmond area, because I'm in Richmond, Virginia, I would absolutely love the opportunity to help. Please feel free to call me and my cell phone number. Then I'll put sincerely, Jasmine, and then I will stick another business card in the envelope, and I'll mail that first class. So that's pretty expensive because I door knock a lot. When you think about it, 50 cents a stamp is not bad, but when you're sending like 200 thank you cards, it's a lot. I am very behind on my thank you cards. This is a process that I started when I first started door knocking. At first I wasn't doing it as much because I was still a little timid and nervous, and I don't know, questioning it. So I would knock out, let's say I can knock them on about 25 to 35 doors an hour. So let's say I knocked on 30 doors, and let's say 11 people answered. That's a little under 50%. Which is still not a bad ratio considering that you're a complete stranger and you're knocking on somebody's door. So then I'd only have 11 thank you cards to write, which is not bad because I'm only sending thank you cards to people who actually answered the door, thanking them for their time. But now I'm door knocking, like for instance, yesterday I door knocked for 4 hours. So I had well over 60, I had about 60 thank you cards. And that was just from yesterday, and I haven't even started those. So I'm behind. I'm about 2 weeks behind. So that's what I'm doing all day today, writing thank you cards, getting those caught up, because I would like to get all of my thank you cards from the people who have door knocked before Labor Day. So I can at least mail all those thank you cards out tomorrow, because tomorrow's Monday. And then they'll have that by Wednesday. And then I'll be sending out my Labor Day postcards. So then that would be 2 touches, because there was a thank you card. Well, it's actually 3. The door knock, the thank you card, the Labor Day postcard. And then I'll start a monthly cycle of that. I'm only sending postcards to people who actually answered the door. But even still, that's a lot of postcards. Like, this is not even a whole stack. This is about 100 postcards. I have 200 in the box ready to go. And then I still have this whole stack as well of Labor Day postcards. It's pretty big, pretty thick stack of postcards. And I'm not even done. So that's my process. I would love to hear what other people's processes are. As far as for sale by owners, I'm still contacting, not as aggressively as I was, because I haven't quite mastered, the technique with, talking to for sale by owners. So that has slowed down a little bit. But as far as prospecting, no, I'm still doing that actively. And again, I am part-time, so I'm not prospecting as much as a full-time agent would, but I still feel as though I'm prospecting more than what part-time agents do, and maybe even full-time, I don't know. So, I would love to hear your process. Definitely leave a comment below. Tell me what you're doing. Maybe you could help me out or give me a good idea. That'd be wonderful. If you have any questions for me, definitely leave a comment. And I'd love to basically start communicating with other agents and see what's going on in your city. And if you're in the Richmond area, let's share ideas and things like that. I can be reached at jasmine.nicole.spencer@outlook.com. Please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. I definitely want to get my YouTube channel going. I want to start talking to more people, networking, and seeing what other realtors are doing. That's it for this video. Thank you. Bye.